Okay, as you can see by the title, this is going to be a little bit of a rant. As some of you may know, I've recently gotten into the reenactment community, and I've gotten into that just through selling muskets. I have always been a shooter. I would buy these muskets because I love the old black powder guns. I love Flintlocks especially, and I've always loved them since I was a little kid. And I've always just grown up working on them, shooting them. Never got into reenacting until recently when I wanted to start selling them because of all the crap that's available out there. And I've gotten into the reenactment community that way, and I was able to attend my first large reenactment not too long ago. And I mean large by there were probably around 500 reenactors there. It was rather large, and I was able to meet a lot of different people, and I had a lot of fun. But there were several things that occurred there that I have seen in subsequent reenactments that are really like kind of peeving me. I guess it's a pet peeve. And first and foremost thing that I hear, especially when reenactors are doing shooting demonstrations with flintlock muskets or rifles, is they tell the crowd, well, these guns only work, they only worked about half the time. As much as they worked, they didn't work, or whatever it is they're saying. Basically, they're only saying when you pull that trigger, you only have a 50-50 chance of the gun going off. And that is so not true with a flintlock. With a reenactor's gun, I will tell you that's 100% true, because they keep their guns in such sorry shape. I mean, it's just sad. But that they try and pull it off to the public that that's the way it was back in the day is just pathetic. And the reason that peeves me is because a lot of reenactors get real, yuppie when it comes to, oh, well, that's not period correct. And then they'll go and they treat their guns, which are expensive guns, $6,000, $7,000, all the way up to $2,000, and they treat their guns like garbage. I don't know how many people handed me their guns, told me it didn't work, and when you take the lock off of the barrel, there's so much black powder gunk and slime in there that it just oozes away. There's just slime pouring out of it. Oh, that's why it didn't work, type thing. So anyway, I'm going to give you an example. We have 3 guns here. This one on the top is my personal gun. This is a reenactor's gun, and this is a reenactor's gun before they use it. This is after, before, after, okay? So I guess we'll start out with the cruddy one. You see how shiny the steel is on it before the reenactors get a hold of it? Now, check all the rust and pitting that's starting to form now that they've got a hold of it. And I've already cleaned this gun quite a bit to get it to this point. Alright, I mean, just look at all that garbage. And like I said, it's had several hours of cleaning done to it just to get it to this point. You reenactors out there, I don't know if you know this, but if you allow rust to form on that frizzen face, that's going to eat away at the hardening, and then your frizzen isn't going to spark anymore. And then you're going to be wondering why it doesn't work that way. But this is the way it came to them originally. Alright, this is one that's only been used a couple times, and I was able to get a hold of it a day or 2 after, so it didn't get as devastated. But, let's go look. You see this one, the barrel is clean and clear because I cleaned it. Alright, you can actually see a little bit of boar butter residue there. Now check out this other one. Yeah, I wonder why it's not working. And that's not even bad. I've seen some so bad that it's so gummed up that when they pour powder down to it, the flash from the pan can't even get into the barrel. And then they wonder, why their guns have problems. Alright, now let's look at a properly maintained firearm, because I clean mine immediately after use, even though I don't need to, because I've been keeping it clean regularly enough that it's been seasoned, so it can actually go a day or 2 without cleaning and it won't rust, because all the parts have been seasoned like a skillet. But you see how clean that is? Not even a trace of rust on the frizzen, in the pan. I mean, totally 100% clean. Alright. The barrel is shiny like a mirror. If I put a new frizzen on this gun, you could sell it as brand new. So, and you know what? It takes some responsibility. You know, if you're going to own a black powder firearm, there is some responsibility required to own one of these, because you can't just throw them to the side when you're done shooting them, not if you want to keep them clean and in functioning condition, because they rust. I mean, black powder is highly corrosive, most corrosive thing out there, and it will rust them apart like that. And you got to know what you're doing, and you got to clean them if you want them to work. And reenactors don't. They'll go days, weeks, months, some of them I've seen years without cleaning, and then they wonder why they only work, you know, once in a while. And it's just, you know, this isn't like a huge deal, but it's just a pet peeve of mine, especially when some of these people can be really mean to each other when it comes down to being what reenactors call farby, or being, you know, not period correct. They'll get on each other about, oh, well, you can't have that because that doesn't look right for the period. Well, I got news for you guys. None of you look 100%. You know, you've got it to the best of your abilities, but none of you are even near 100%. None of you can even get to 100%. All right? We don't live in that time anymore. There's lots of stuff that is lost to us. So, you know, none of you are going to be 100%. So don't be ragging on this guy over here, you know, or maybe this group over here. They've just started and they don't have the tens of thousands of dollars to spend on this kind of thing like you do. Because, like I said, none of you look 100% perfect. As far as I've seen, you're all full of crap. And, yeah. So just be nice to one another. It's a hobby. Treat it like a hobby. Go out there, have fun. It is living history. You do demonstrate to the public. You should do it to the best of your abilities. You should cooperate with your fellow reenactors, and it shouldn't be so much drama like there is. It just surprised me, and a lot of hypocrites out there. But anyway, like I said, I did have a good time. I did meet a lot of good people out there, but those are just some things that I noticed. And yeah, everybody's got problems. Everybody's going to have drama. I'm not calling any one person out. And, you know, I hope to have a lot of fun in reenactments in the future. They're fun to go to. They're fun to hang out at. And you can learn a lot there. It's just, I don't know, some people, what are you going to do? Anyway, that's my little rant. Catch you guys later.